No.
Wait,
No.
oh,
It's the new music. I like this.
is there like a hint of Rocky?
Yeah, like just a hint. Just a hint of rock.
Someone could get rocked.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, someone did get rocked. People got rocked.
People got rocked. It's noise.
Welcome one and all to Timeout Radio. My co-host is Chad Gibson. I like to say it as French accent.
Yeah, excellent. I like it.
Chad Gibson.
I don't come off French enough.
Chad Gibson and me are doing the show today at Timeout Radio. Aspar, not here, celebrating with his dad. It's Father's Day.
It has many, many children.
Yeah, and
Aspar has upwards of 70 children. You wouldn't know it by looking at a man that young.
I know, and yeah, that's true. I'm not going to say anything else. But it is a Father's Day, a Father's Day edition of Timeout Radio here on a Sunday. Very warm afternoon here in Toronto too. A little bit humid in the beginning, but now it's like just
hot. Yeah, it's it's middle of June, man.
Day. It is
middle of June. Should be sunshine. It's still a little warm in the studio here from your last last show.
I know.
Woo! These were smoking hot when I got here.
Yeah, Gio and Anella, both attractive people. I would just say.
You had there was a different model before I got
there was
here.
a guy.
Oh, guy. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I guess Gio sounds like a dude's name. Well, still.
Yeah.
So you had a hot dude here before the hot girl?
Yeah, I was surprised he wore a shirt, to be honest. But
he wasn't wearing a shirt.
No, if you check his Instagram, it's just all him shirtless, basically.
I think if your name's Gio, you wear a shirt like 12% of the time. The rest of the time, you're just waxing your chest.
I'm pretty sure that percentage is probably lower than that. But yeah, he
lives in Canada. I'm giving him like outdoor time in the winter.
He lives in Miami, Florida. So
okay, all right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but it's a great time to be a sports fan. I say this every week right now because it's last 2 weeks been incredible. I feel like Euros are going on, Copa America, World Cup qualifying. We had UFC last night a little bit. I only watched the main event.
Yeah, same.
And I watched Julio Cesar Jr. Chavez.
Let's talk about that off the top because here's what I didn't realize.
Chavez Jr. Sorry.
Yeah, the Julio.
Cesar
I didn't notice
Chavez.
the junior. And I thought it was just another old boxer coming out of retirement to fight.
Yeah.
So it was a whole different story to me. Like, he beat him? He beat some legend? Because I know that name. I know Julio Cesar Chavez.
Yeah. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. actually fought the same night, too. He was fighting, I forgot, Camacho Jr., who he beat his senior. Like in 94 or something like that, 93?
So boxing has just become...
yeah, it's become pro wrestling.
It's the closest thing to pro wrestling. It's where you can see anyone you know fight if you have enough money.
Yeah. But let's talk about the Anderson Silva versus Julio. Let's just call him Junior. Let's not get
call him Junior. All right.
The problem with the Junior is he came in overweight.
Okay, didn't realize that. Didn't catch the particulars of it. I just got the highlights.
He came overweight, 2 pounds overweight. A common story throughout his career almost. And he showed up, and Anderson Silva looked great. Right? Anderson Silva looked like the old Anderson Silva.
Juicy,
a little juicy.
Attaboy.
A little juicy.
As he should be. He's retired.
Yeah, exactly.
Pump it up.
He's on retirement.
He's fighting boxing matches.
Yeah.
He's fighting professional pillow fights right now.
Exactly. He doesn't have to train that hard.
I agree.
Except he was training really hard for this fight.
That's great.
Yeah,
was he 44-year-old?
44, man, and he fought. I forgot how old Chavez Jr. is. Remember, just junior. I think he's like 38. Not
35.
Okay, that's even worse.
A little bit.
Yeah, Chavez Jr. The problem with him is like he's like struggled throughout his career. It's like he doesn't take boxing seriously.
Gotcha. He just grew up in the gym.
Yeah, he grew up. Well, his dad is like world famous.
Yeah,
his dad's like a legend in Mexico.
I know him, and I don't know anything about boxing.
Yeah, his dad's a legend in boxing in Mexico. Just a legend in boxing. Let's just say that. And it's just so strange. Like it's it's like he wants to be there because he wants to like have his dad's approval.
Yeah, he thinks he needs to be a boxer.
Yeah, and then he shows up in this condition. It's just not. It didn't look great. He did okay for the first 2 rounds. He won the first 2 rounds, and then there's still like dominate him for the rest of the rounds. And it was an 8-round fight, so he won 6 of the rounds. A little shady on one of the judges. Obviously, the judges.
It was boxing.
Yeah, the judges gave Chavez Jr. the one like they had him win the whole thing.
Right.
But thankfully, there's 2 other judges in this boxing bout.
So here's the thing. Does it matter?
Right now it doesn't matter because these 2 are not going to fight.
They're not fighting for anything, right? It's just you fought for that fight, so it's almost 2-1. Should have been the predetermined score, unless someone got knocked out.
Exactly.
It's you ever hear Mike Tyson talk about why he didn't want his kids to box?
No, why?
Talk about his son. Like his son didn't grow up hungry. His son's going to run into an animal like him and get ripped apart. And that sounds to me like what you're describing with Junior here. Is that Junior grew up in the boxing ring. I bet he's technically pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
But he's not hungry. He's not trying to prove anything other than he belongs. Not like I need this to win. He's been it sort of made sense to me. He's the boss's son. You know what I mean? Like he's the guy who kind of had it handed to him, did a bit of the work, probably has all the athletics, like the genes to do it right, but just didn't have the mindset, which...
Yeah, and he also didn't have the heart. As his father does. His father's like all heart almost, and incredible power. But he just didn't seem like... I think he wanted to be there, but he didn't want to be there. You know,
he thought he could have came in and just sort of pieced him up, stayed on the outside.
He thought,
which I guess you'd expect to be able to do to a guy in his first professional boxing match.
Well, actually, this is his 3rd boxing match.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
He won 1 in Brazil. Oh, it's 2 in Brazil, right? He won 1
in
Brazil.
Were they like 20 years ago, or is it recent?
Yeah, it was like before his MMA.
Yeah, so like, I get, although I don't know, because he was... You remember him in his prime? His head movement was just incredible, right? He'd be dancing around shit all around guys.
Absolutely.
Which really, in my mind, translates well towards boxing.
Yeah.
That seems to be one of the things that, because you can't kick to keep your distance. you gotta move, and you gotta move like that. So, but still, I still think you look at an aging MMA guy, and you think you should be able to come in as a... Was he ever like a champ or anything? Again, I don't know anything about
No, he wasn't a champion boxing.
Okay, so he was just like a guy that...
Yeah, he wanted to be a boxer, but then he fell in love with like Muay Thai, then the Muay Thai turned into like Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
And then he was like an MMA guy. But yeah, it was just very interesting. It was just very interesting, that whole bout. I thought, even the commentators like... Yeah, Chavez. If the right Chavez Jr. shows up, he'll beat this guy. But like, they were questioning it, like, is he going to show up? Because
I feel like they haven't seen that guy in a long time.
A lot of boxing fans are really disappointed in him. Like they thought he could like, not this particular fight, but like he could have been as great as his father.
Yeah, because he had all the like set up. He had the right team to do it. Right, he grew up at the gym. He grew up with a championship squad around him. Yeah. Should have had guys to do it. That's a tough thing, though, right? Like Wayne Gretzky's kids never made it anywhere in hockey.
Yeah.
And like
same thing with Bret Hart. His kids didn't become professional wrestlers.
Yeah, good for them too, because it's a horrible life. But I can appreciate what a wrestler does without wanting that to be someone's life. It's just so rough. But I don't know. Boxing's become... It's interesting because I've never spoken as much about boxing for an extended period of time as I have since the YouTubers started boxing.
I know.
It's fucking crazy. Like they've brought attention to the sport. The other thing is is Jake Paul possibly an okay boxer?
He could be an okay boxer. I think he
still has no fight experience, right? Like a real boxer should piece this dude. They just box him out, right?
Yeah. I think we'll really judge everything when the Tyron Woodley fight happens.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
A guy that's like punchy and 40 and like former wrestling champion.
Yeah, but he was still like an elite fighter, right?
Yeah, he was an elite fighter and he threw bombs, right?
Yeah.
Like he had that crazy, but like it's boxing, it's not MMA.
Yeah.
And he was a dude, you couldn't take him down, and then he'd push you off him and he'd punch you, that big fucking overhand. But I just don't know. Again, I'm interested to see it. Not that I don't know enough about boxing, and Jake Paul hasn't been in the ring long enough to really see anything, but Showtime Boxing signing him seems weird to me.
Yeah. Makes him more legit, though.
It does. It definitely legitimizes him as a boxer.
Yeah.
And then, he also knocked Askren out, knocked him out.
Yeah, cold almost.
Yeah, so I don't know. Let's see what happens with Woodley. But I kind of want to see him against a boxer. I just want to know, can he box, or is he just sort of a neat celebrity brawler?
I think he'll box an actual boxer. Maybe 2 more fights after the Woodley. I think he'll probably want to fight somebody else. I don't know, but he'll probably fight
But he can't fight a nobody because he's too big a name.
Yeah.
Right? He can't bring some decent 8-0 fighter.
Yeah,
that's an up and coming star. He can't fight that guy. He can't risk that. That guy can't sell a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
When he can sell crazy shit.
You're not gonna put him against one of the elites, right? You're not gonna put.
I don't think so.
You don't put him against Canelo Alvarez.
Agreed. I don't think so. Right?
Yeah.
Because that's about the size he is.
Yeah.
Like Canelo should rip him to shreds, right?
Yeah, he should. He should.
Or is boxing just some weird thing that's no one really understands? And if you play by the rules, these guys are good at it.
No, I think.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think that can be the case, but I just don't know.
I think for people who know boxing, they underrate him. But for people who don't know boxing, they overrate him.
Mm-hmm.
So
which is a good spot to be.
Yeah.
In the sense that he can still, he's made more money than most boxers will ever make off of boxing.
And UFC fighters as well now.
Sure, he's made more money than most fighters in the world will ever make off of fighting. It's crazy. Absolutely insane. Yeah. This kid that just makes videos and fucks with a Walmart since he was 12 years old.
Yeah.
But got himself in shape, learned how to box a little bit, right? He's got real boxers being like, all right, I'll work with you and stuff like that.
He's also had that guy, I forgot his name, but he's an elite fighter as well in boxing. Incredible hand speed. But he's putting in the work. I think anyone can admit that Jake Paul is putting in the work. I
think so. I have no idea. What's he been doing before this year? I have no idea.
Exactly.
Other than he showed up looking like he knew how to box when he knocked out that Nate Robinson dude.
Yeah, Nate Robinson. He knocked him out cold. That's the one day.
Yeah.
He put him to sleep for
in
sure.
His first ever fight. It's crazy. It's weird. That's really weird in my mind.
And then he beat. What's his name?
Askren. Yeah, and again, elite fighter.
Yeah.
He wasn't elite fighter with his hands, but even punched by some big dudes before.
Mm-hmm.
That Lawler guy punched him pretty good in the face, and
he
took that with a little glove. But also, Askren's also taken that knee in the head. Nothing's been the same with him since. So
his career really went down after that. Actually, I was going to say versus Lawler, because he should have lost that fight, in my opinion.
He should have lost it?
Yeah. Because remember, it was Lawler. They said Lawler tapped.
Yeah,
but he wasn't really out.
Well, I agree with that. I just don't mean he should have lost it though. The fight ended there.
Yeah.
Who knows what would have happened? Yeah. Ben was in a good spot on the ground. That's where you don't want to be with Askren.
But Lawler was winning that fight though.
He was until he got to the ground, which was Askren's entire fight.
Yeah.
So I hear what you're saying that one. I think he should have fought him again.
Yeah.
But I also get where Askren came from, being like, "This is what I was going to do to him anyway: was grab him and choke him." So would he?
Yeah.
Would he expect me to go back and do this again?
Yeah.
Turns out it was the right move. He never won a fight in UFC, did he? And he kept moving forward through it. So I don't know. It's really interesting to me that this kid has talked his way into being the biggest name in boxing in 6 months.
It's amazing. Him and Aaron's brother, right? His brother just had a fight against one of the greatest boxers of all time.
Had a fight?
He still fought him, right?
He sparred with him over the course of a few rounds.
It's still a pretty big deal, though.
It isn't it? It's so weird because it wasn't a real competition.
It is.
There was no scoring. There was no intent on Mayweather's part. Mayweather knocked him out and then just held him up because he's like, "Shit, we got another round to go."
Yeah.
People paying their $250 or whatever. It was not a boxing match. It was two guys doing boxing stuff.
Yeah.
In a ring where other people had fought that night.
Yeah.
But it was not a fight. It was just a dance.
Yeah.
Like a sort of combat mambo sort of thing.
It wasn't pretty. Let's just say that. It wasn't the sweet science that we were accustomed to. But I will say this though, it is like a bunch of rich kids who are just spending that money.
Absolutely.
They're having their dreams come true. I wouldn't be able to fight Floyd Mayweather, right?
I don't, but I would do it if I could make millions of dollars to watch, like, to have people just watch me get sort of beaten up by the best and not really beaten like he could have.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't really try. Yeah, he had some problems with the reach and the size. He was giving up 35 pounds to the dude.
A couple inches as well.
Tons of, I don't know. It just blows my mind that these guys, without commenting them on as people, just have done this to a sport that is one of the oldest sports in the world, right?
It is, man.
It's prize fighting goes back to people having time to stand around and watch people fight.
Yeah.
It just goes back to everything.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy to me.
It is, and it's just. I wonder where it goes next, right? You know, even for Anderson Silva, I wonder where he goes next. So, who does he fight? Is this just a one thing? You know, is it a one-time thing or?
Totally fair question. I really don't know. Like,
yeah.
If he can do another one of these, why wouldn't he? I bet he made $1 million or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like $1 million at least.
It's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money in Brazil.
Yeah, well, it was probably a lot of money when he goes as champion as in the UFC. Probably.
I agreed. Like he was not 10 years ago, but
yeah,
the start of his reign was 10 years ago. He wasn't making much money then.
Yeah.
Like, he's making great money, don't get me wrong. But he wasn't making like...
Yeah, he wasn't making $1 million at least.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'd be shocked if his career earnings were like $1 million fights other than the last few.
Yeah, because I remember like people earning like $300,000 or $400,000 for like main event fights.
Which again, great night's pay, but insane that a $4 billion
I know. And
company pays people like, they'll be fine.
And that's how friggin' Jake Paul is luring these fighters away. Look at Tyron Woodley. I thought you would have gone to Bellator or something, but no, he's going to take this money and fight him.
And he's doing it because the guy talks shit to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he already won the pre-fight. Before the fight was booked, he had this guy screaming at him.
Yeah.
Just insanity. I'm like everyone else watching it. I want to see Woodley land that big overhand right and fuck the kid's day up.
Yeah.
I want to see it happen. I don't know. Is it gonna? Hope so.
Yeah, I don't know, because Woodley is also one of those guys who you're like, which Woodley is going to show up though? Right?
It's been a long time since you've been afraid of Woodley.
Yeah.
It's been a few savage beatings he's taken in a row.
Yeah.
Where he looked like a guy. He looked like Tyron Woodley had Freaky Friday'd with his daughter, and she was doing her best in the ring with all his physical skills. Yeah. She just didn't have a decade or two of wrestling experience to back her up. She was screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm curious. I want to see that fight as well. Also, Oscar De La Hoya versus Vitor Belfort was announced as well, which is unbelievable. We were living in such a strange time.
Just more geriatric fights. I don't understand the need to dust off. This is the state of boxing. Because I don't know anyone in boxing. I've heard of like Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury.
The big heavyweights,
Anthony Johnson.
Joshua,
sorry. Yeah. See, I didn't get his name right. The guy's, I watched one of his fights.
Yeah.
Canelo, because he just fought. I could name him.
Yeah.
Kind of it. I don't know the number 5 fighter in any division.
Yeah, that's don't worry. I'm in the same boat. I feel like there is only a few superstars in boxing, and then there's like everyone else, and everyone's trying to cash in on those superstars, right? Thankfully, there's at least 3 heavyweights. Well, I can say 3 heavyweights. The 4th one would be Andy Ruiz, who would beat Anthony Joshua, but that was like a Matt Serra type of thing where he beat GSP.
Yeah, he beat him and then he came back.
Yeah.
I was where was I when that fight happened? I can't remember. One of those two. Mm-hmm. I was doing a gig in Sudbury. Me and James Hammond. Shout out to James. Happy Father's Day, buddy. Yeah, we did this weird gig for... It's this really cool mining company in Sudbury. They do some sort of specialized like 3D stuff to mine. So it's all these like kind of young dudes that did like some sort of tech college stuff where they're good, they know how to use these machines, but they're all young dudes, computer nerds, podcast fans, and all that kind of thing. Yeah. So when they polled the company, like, what do you want for your Christmas party? They said a comedy show. And somehow they fucking found Hammond. So the two of us came up. It was an amazing, we had such an awesome time. Like it was like 45 people or show, like just a tiny little show.
That's amazing, man.
And they treated us like gold. They brought us in. They're kind of, here's the owner. You make fun of him and his wife. Here's this and this. They're great people.
Nice.
It's the best time. I don't know how I got on that tangent. But.
Yeah.
Because the Ruiz fight was on when we got to our hotel room that day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you guys watched the Ruiz fight versus Anthony Joshua at the hotel?
I think so, yeah. I was on DAZN. and I had to hook up my my computer to watch it.
Wow, that's amazing.
There's also I can't remember. There was also some sort of soccer game on that day, I believe.
Probably like
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Totally sidetracked. Where were we? Back to boxing?
No.
You're going to fight Mayweather next, apparently?
Exactly. I'm going to fight him next. No. We were talking about Vitor Belfort versus Oscar De La Hoya. It's going to be interesting because Vitor was once known as the fastest hands in MMA.
Yeah, Juicy Belfort.
Yeah, Juicy Belfort.
One of the scariest looking individuals. He had those, like his traps started above his ears.
Yeah.
He just sort of triangled out from the top of that. Yeah. He was shaped like a torpedo.
Yeah, exactly. And his hands were like torpedoes at one point too.
Oh, he was terrifying.
Yeah. He was who did he fight? I want to say it was like Ken Shamrock, but I'm completely wrong. I know that for sure. It was like his first fight in the UFC. I know you fought Tito Ortiz and you lost in that one, but it wasn't Tito Ortiz.
He came in lighter than that, didn't he?
Who, Vitor?
I thought he came in and then just kept getting bigger.
He kept getting bigger after he left the UFC as well.
That's true, yeah.
He went to Pride. In Pride, that was the incredible Hulk Vitor Belfort fighting, Rampage and Vanderlei and all those other guys.
Yeah, I was just scrolling through his fights. So he lost. His first loss was to Randy Couture at UFC 15.
Yeah, it's it's been a while since.
Then he lost to Sakuraba.
Yeah, Sakuraba.
And then lost to Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
And then he has a rough run. Lost to Couture. Lost to Ortiz.
Yeah.
Lost to Overeem.
Yeah.
Win. Lost to Overeem. Loss. Ooh.
This is gonna be an interesting fight against Oscar De La Hoya, another legend, but a guy who's been. It seems like he's losing all his money because he sounds like he's on coke most of the time when he's on commentary.
Yeah, maybe, but like where does he live? Mexico?
No, I'm pretty sure he lives in California.
Okay, I was thinking if he was living somewhere, Central South America, coke might not be that expensive.
Yeah.
If you got a good hookup, he's a famous dude. You'd be happy if you moved a lot of weight in coke. You'd be like, man, I provide all of De La Hoya's coke. You look coke, you put him in that lady's underwear and the high heels. That's the shit I gave him. That'd be like a stamp. I'd have it on there like De La Hoya's nose beard right here.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm a little excited for this fight because it's supposed to be GSP versus De La Hoya.
Okay.
But now it's like De La Hoya because obviously got blocked by Dana White for the GSP thing.
He doesn't like De La Hoya a whole lot, does he?
No, I don't think so.
They've got some online feuding going on.
Well, it's like there's a couple things De La Hoya's done, right? He's publicly criticized Dana White, but he also did that promotion, the MMA promotion he had Tito Ortiz versus Chuck Liddell, which was
sad,
complete shit show too, right?
A stiff wind was knocking Chuck out of those days.
Yeah, I think
he came around the corner and the subway hit him like that wind, even the subway tunnel goes by.
Whoa, boy.
Chuck could piss himself and have to lay down for half an hour. He's getting better, kind of.
Yeah, he is.
Although you hear him talk now, you're like, "Ee,
yeah,
that might have been one too many punches, Chucky."
Yeah. Especially he was like a guy you couldn't take down and he'd like to stand with you.
Yeah, there's I guess you need to have a chin, but there's a real problem with having too good of a chin.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't serve you long term to be able to keep getting punched in the face.
That's why I'm scared about Clay Guida, sorry.
Yeah.
And Diego Sanchez.
Yeah.
Well, Diego Sanchez is like, I think he's getting to that point,
Well, he ditched that guy, right?
Yeah.
His life coach is no longer on the scene, so maybe that makes me hopefully someone's going to help look after Diego because that's a dude that definitely had too much head trauma.
Oh yeah, 100%. And
God, it was fun to watch, but
yeah, it was amazing to watch. I think they posted a short clip of him versus Clay Guida. It was like an anniversary of
were they just standing there bashing their heads against each other?
Yeah,
just pure headbutt on headbutt.
And just blood everywhere. But yeah, speaking of UFC, actually, I did watch the UFC's main event yesterday. I did watch I think I watched a couple of the other fights. The Olenek.
Oh right, yeah.
He was he didn't look good. He was gassed in that third round. He barely tried it in the third round.
It's a tough one.
Yeah,
you can't have heavyweight fights got to end in the first minute and a half. That's the only time they're entertaining. If they got to go to a second round, those big guys got to sit down for a minute and then get back up. It's a problem every time. The elite 2 or 3 top fighters, maybe they can handle it. But otherwise, you're looking for a knockout after the first 30 seconds. It's going, all right, he's going to leave their chin open so I can hit them with one shot.
Yeah, Olenek really tried. He really tried to knock him out, but it just wasn't going to work. He also took him down, tried to submit him. Didn't work as well.
It's too much. That guy's had 80 fights. 59, 16, and 1. So he's 60. 76 professional fights. That's too many, man.
It is.
Unless you're running through the first 40-0. So you crushed all those people without getting hit. You're just some guy. I don't know, man.
Yeah, unless you're fighting in Mexico where, Mexican fighters have a ridiculous record.
Of just running through stuff.
Yeah.
Matt Brown had a kind of a nice knockout to start the main card.
I watched that highlight. It was really nice. Glad for Matt Brown. Hopefully, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen for him. Yeah.
But I'm glad he's still getting work, I guess.
Yeah, it's tough, right? He's a guy you kind of have an affection for, and then you realize he's barely a 500 fighter.
Yeah.
He's 25 and 18.
Yeah, his last fight was against Condon, I believe, before that, and he just looked bad.
Yeah, it's a tough look.
Yeah.
The undercard had one fight that I was trying to remember which one it was.
I think I know the one you're talking about. Was it with the lady with the weird?
Oh, with the weird eyes. Verna Yadjirombra?
Yeah, I think so. I have no idea.
She terrifies me. Let's be clear. She got a second round TKO knockout. I didn't actually see that fight. I saw her warming up, and I was like, I gotta go walk the dog. They're gonna get a close up on her again, and those eyes point in 7 directions. How did 2 eyes look in 7 places? I don't get it, but she does it.
No,
it was the Rick Glenn Joaquim Silva.
I think I saw that
first round knockout. Yeah. 37 seconds in, buddy. Keep your chin down. Keep your chin down, Joaquim. Yeah. Not much on that. Korean Zombie was, I guess, what it's all about. That dude scares me.
Yeah.
He just okay, so it sucks he lost 3 years. He had to go, go serve, whatever. But, man, he can't win the big fight.
Yeah, I know.
He's so good. He's so dominant until it matters, and then he just kind of puts up lame duck fights. And it makes me sad because I like when he's on the ascent. His next couple of fights, that was a good fight for him. Then choke a guy out, get your black belt, that kind of thing.
Dan Inge was a rising contender though.
Yeah, no, 15. They both have good records. You're not into that time to stop getting punched side of the card yet. I just I guess I don't know what's next for him. Would be.
I think they want there. This is what they said in the press conference. He wants to fight Max Holloway next.
Okay.
He's I don't
mind that.
I think Korean Zombie's ranked number 4 right now or something like that. So he wants to fight Max Holloway next. I'd love it. It'd be amazing. Because he's not he trash talk, but he did say he doesn't have power to knock me out.
Yeah. He might be right. He just might get pieced up like Ortega did or someone, right? 3 rounds though.
Yeah.
That'd be exciting over 3 rounds.
They could make that a 5-round fight, though.
They could. It'd be hard for Max, do you think, to not be headlining?
Yeah.
With kind of just the years of being the guy.
Yeah. He definitely deserves the title shot, but
I don't mind that. I don't mind that fight at all. Because you got...
I'm excited. I would be excited for that fight.
and Ortega are doing the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah,
so they're going to fight.
They're going to fight in September.
I'm looking forward to that fight. I think Volkanovski has to fight Max again.
Yeah.
He didn't win that second fight.
Yeah.
He did not win that second fight.
I know your opinion about it. I completely...
And there's kind of no one else I want to see him fight. Ortega needs a fight. I agree.
Yeah, Ortega.
Get that. And they're doing the show.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. Get your money.
And they deserve it. But I think I like Korean Zombie, Max Holloway. I guess otherwise it's Yair Rodriguez, but Holloway's already beat him.
Yeah.
I think, hasn't he?
Rodriguez was going to fight Max Holloway next.
Yeah.
But Matt Holloway had an injury, so they had to cancel that fight, sadly.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess we'll see what comes up next in that one.
Yeah.
But I feel like Zombie's going to end up being the
gatekeeper?
Yeah, kind of the Wonder Boy.
Yeah.
The Wonder Boy of the division.
I do hope that fight happens, or the Rodriguez versus Max Holloway fight. Either fight with Max Holloway, I'm happy for.
Yeah, Max is due, right?
Yeah.
He's due for a fight. I'm
He
down to
deserves
watch.
that big payday as well, you know?
Yeah, I guess he's got to be a headliner.
Yeah.
So it's got to be.
He's too much of a fan favorite to not to be a headliner or a cold main event.
Yeah, it's got to be a because it's not going to be a title fight.
Yeah. Unless there's like a UFC fight night or something like that, right? Where
Yeah.
they don't have a title fight.
It's hard to imagine Max on a free fight.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If the money's right, I guess he'll do whatever. But like, you don't get points on that at all. Or maybe you do. I don't understand how that works.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't feel like they're paying out the same on those fight nights that they are on the
UFC pay-per-views?
The pay-per-views. Pay-per-views, getting points on the pay-per-view seems to be your dollar thing. But
I think with the pay-per-views, I don't think they're getting enough pay-per-view points
Oh,
as they did
definitely
before.
not.
Yeah, because the ESPN deal, the ESPN deal sort of hit a nerve there too for some of the fighters. Even Brock Lesnar was going to come back, but he decided not to because he wasn't going to get enough pay-per-view points.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I was thinking about how much I'd like to see Brock fight Francis Ngannou. Like, at least they're the same size humans.
Yeah.
Like, you see those pictures?
He's such a beast, though.
He's
both
so
of them.
gigantic.
Yeah.
Well, Brock might even be bigger, but
yeah.
I remember just watching pictures from, I guess it was last weekend when Adesanya won.
Oh God, yeah.
Pictures of Adesanya standing beside Ngannou. They just look like two regular dudes.
Yeah.
Because Adesanya is also a huge guy.
Yeah.
Like, he might be 185 pounds,
Yeah.
but probably about 200 pounds and sort of a freak. And then you see Ngannou who's just so proportionally gigantic.
Yeah. Yeah, I know him and Brendan Moreno.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I say him.
Side by side.
Side by side was hilarious.
He looks like
too.
like he could eat him. And like someone would eat a chicken wing in a movie, right? Like, just throw away a pile of what used to be Brandon Moreno.
It's like that Louis C.K. I joke. It's like I weigh two times more than you do, basically.
Yeah.
He does.
He does. He definitely, especially like walking around, not cutting weight for it. Like Francis cuts weight to 275 and looks phenomenal.
Yeah, it's I do want to see those fights with Max Holloway.
Yeah,
the blessed one. Hopefully,
he's such a
we'll
nice seeming guy too.
Yeah, even the Korean Zombie, but like you don't really hear much of him because he obviously speaks Korean. But
yeah, is not really any English going, which too bad for him because it'd make more money.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
He could sell himself better over here.
He did have that great T-shirt though that one time.
Yeah.
I
walkout.
I want that one.
It's a good shirt.
We
got one more week before a good fight. Next weekend they have Gane Volkov. Volkov's actually fun to watch.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Then we have Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier coming up soon.
The
as
number
well.
3, yeah.
No.
I was just trying to see if there's any other good fights on this card next weekend. I always like watching OSP fight over at St. Preux. Otherwise, there's a lot of guys I don't know on this card.
For me, OSP is like... I always wanted it to be more ahead of.
It never seemed like there was the intensity coming from him.
Like
I don't know why that is. He's giant. He's good at everything. Like, he's a good fighter all around.
Yeah, he trains with TriStar, I believe, as well.
So yeah, he trains with killers. But
yeah, it's just unfortunate because he was supposed to be like I think lightweight contender.
He's supposed to challenge
Yeah.
John. He was the guy Bones fought when he came back from his first big drug suspension, I think. It was a really boring wrestling match.
Yeah, and then we didn't hear much about OSP until recently. I think he won by like knockout. Won a couple
uppercut, I think.
Yeah, a couple of fights ago. Go ahead.
So then we got Conor and Poirier in a couple weeks, which I'm starting to get excited for.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to see all the Conor. He's promoting at least this fight.
Yeah.
Not really shit talking.
No.
Just talking about how good he is.
I think he just respects Dustin a lot.
I think he got really knocked out pretty bad.
Yeah.
Just a couple months ago. You gotta at least show some respect.
Yeah.
Gilbert Burns, Stephen Thompson's a good fight.
That's gonna be a very interesting fight. Who do you have in that fight?
Actually, gonna take Wonder Boy.
Yeah, same here.
I'm gonna take it because Burns, I think, is a little off after that.
Yeah.
The Usman fight really rattled him. I'm not sure. He hasn't fought since then, has he? I hope not.
No, he hasn't. I think he was supposed to fight, but then he got tested for COVID or something.
Okay. Tai Tuivasa and Greg Hardy. Interested to see that. I'm really hoping someone beats Greg Hardy up.
Yeah.
It's just such a garbage human that I hope to see someone take a serious beating.
Yeah.
What's up? I don't know Irene Aldana or Yana Kuznetskaya. But Sean O'Malley's fights are always interesting.
They are.
Something's going to happen.
He either wins spectacularly or he loses.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Louis Smolka.
Yeah.
So I'll have to look into that before we preview that.
Oh yeah, we'll preview it. We'll do a heavy deep dive into it for one of our upcoming shows.
Yeah, next week before we go. What do you want to get into now? We got lots of playoffs going on. I
smell like you smell like chicken noodle soup or something.
Do I? I don't. No.
Okay. Maybe I'm. Just
am I sweating it?
No, it's just me. Maybe I'm just really hungry.
Yeah, I hear you.
But anyways, let's talk about what do you want to talk about? Playoffs. The playoffs. I've been watching the Habs series, watching NHL.
Yeah,
very interesting series to be honest. Vegas is always like the favorite in the games.
Yeah, I love the white gloves. I love that their team plays with some seriously old school California Seals looking equipment. If they went white skates, I'd be happier. That'd be fucking fantastic look. But two kind of exciting teams.
Yeah,
Montreal doesn't. I guess it's got to be partially that it's Montreal media versus I'm surrounded in the Toronto market. Yeah. I've never heard of any of these guys. Most of them are just like a bunch of nobodies in my mind that they keep doing stuff that's fun to watch. Carey Price is ridiculous. He's like a shooter tutor. He's always in the way.
Yeah, he is the friggin' brick wall for that team, man.
And for so long, he's just been doing it in Montreal. Good for him.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see them go through. I'm down with it. If anyone's got to win, let's have it be Montreal. Let them get a cup in the asterisk season.
Wait, because it's been 1993 or 94?
Yeah. Longest stretch since they've won in their history.
Yeah. Well, for like all Canadian teams, they're like the last ones to win one, right?
They were.
Vancouver was close, but then they lost.
Shit the bed and had a nice riot though.
Yeah, nice riot.
And that's the other thing. If they win the cup, well, either way, if they make it to the finals, Montreal will riot.
Yeah.
There'll be something will burn.
I kind of feel like they'll riot after this if they win the series against Vegas, but there'll be
something.
There'll be a bigger riot in the finals.
There will be Montreal will burn a little bit if they get to the finals. If they win, look out. It might be worth going down. That'd
be amazing to watch on TV. Maybe downtown.
I'd go down. It's a cool city, man.
I know it's pretty.
I like that city.
It's a pretty nice city, man.
But it's been exciting hockey. Montreal is. Back at it tonight. Let's see. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, and then the Lightning faced
the Islanders. Tied it up, or they're at 2-2.
A great save that you see. I just saw the highlight, but that was a great save to let the Islanders win that game against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
It's funny to me to think of those teams being good because I haven't been watching hockey. I know Tampa Bay's been good the last kind of 8 or 9 years.
Yeah,
but for so long, both of those organizations are just like. They are such joke organizations, and they were for so long. So,
especially the New York Islanders, who were like the New York Knicks of the.
Well, they had that crazy. I don't know if the same guy still owns it. The Wang or something, Charles Wang.
Yeah,
he was mad money. Just loved Mike Milbury and Garth Snow. Garth Snow went from backup goalie to GM in a day.
Yeah.
They had to cancel one contract to move him into the other one.
Sign people to long contracts like Rick.
Yeah, they're probably still playing Ricky D. DiPietro never quite worked out. Alexei Yashin, remember the deal he got?
Yeah.
Craziness, but guy liked what he liked.
He did.
I like that. It sucks for the fans, but I like when there's a crazy owner. This guy's just doing wackadoo shit over here and there, throwing mad money too. Yeah. So the players aren't getting screwed.
Yeah.
The players are getting paid.
Yeah, exactly.
Sucks for the fans though. Yeah. But if you're a Long Island fan,
you deserve it. To be honest.
Yeah.
I think there's a crazy owner in the MLB as well. I think Miami, Florida
Marlins.
Marlins. That's what I'm trying to say. I also have a crazy owner, so I do enjoy crazy owners sometimes. But obviously,
I don't. What about this guy? I don't know anything about him.
Well, he had a good team, and then he traded all of them away.
Well, you do that, and so you build them up and sell them.
Yeah, so that's what he does.
Do you have like a gambling debt coming due?
I'm pretty sure he does.
He owes someone on a kilo of blow that came in.
Yeah, because he had a team that was like World Series contenders, right? And then, or maybe I'm thinking about a different team, but I'm pretty sure it's the Marlins. World Series contenders, and then he traded most of those players away.
Do they just not get people out to games? People don't want to go sit.
Yeah, come on.
In a stadium in Miami for fucking 7 hours in the heat watching a baseball game. Yeah. A 2-1 win.
Yeah, I think that was one of the reasons why.
I can understand it. They play outdoors foolishly.
I was talking to a guy from Miami, and it is hot. Like I've been down. Like I passed by in the airport. You're walking, and the doors just open. Just heat.
I've never been there in the summertime. Like I've been there in the winter, and it's like, oh, this is wicked because you're coming from Canada. But summer, I could probably handle it actually.
Yeah,
I could adapt to some really short shorts. Just let it breathe. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like when I sit down, it's awkward. Like why is there so much thigh out? I could get into it though. A flowery shirt and some real short shorts, flip flops.
I bought like a tan dress shirt when I went to Jacksonville.
Nice.
And then
linen? Was it linen?
It's somewhat.
I think you should be more of a linen guy. I think.
I should be.
Maybe go white linen all the time. Do it. Just look like you always just got back from vacation.
Yeah. That shirt made me look like I was like pure South American or pure like Miami.
But yeah, do it. Yeah, South American businessman Ricardo.
Yeah.
I like it. Carry a briefcase.
I'm glad you did. Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
It's a good
nice
look.
shirt. It was a nice shirt.
You bring that back.
I'll bring it back next week.
Ricardo, the summer of Ricardo.
Let's see if Joseph has more models on. I'll probably come.
Oh, you should definitely show up as a South American businessman Ricardo.
Yeah. I have a straw hat too, or something like that. One of those fedoras, actually.
It could work.
Yeah. I don't know. My hair's
I don't.
too long.
You can join me in the man bun crew. You gotta be there. You gotta be close. You can almost pull some beard up into the man bun. Look like it's tied on.
Yeah.
It looked like your beard's an attachment. You got the expensive one.
Yeah, my brothers came over yesterday to celebrate my dad's birthday, and they're just like, "You're all hair, aren't you?" I'm like, "Almost, yeah."
Yeah, it's not.
That's terrible.
70th, happy 70th to your dad.
70th birthday. That's true.
Carlos,
no air horns though.
No air horn needed. Yeah. He doesn't. He's classier than that. 70.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve the air horns.
Well, no, he doesn't deserve it. He's had enough.
I know he's had enough.
Plenty of it.
No, yeah, but it was a great time. Playoffs, yeah. So
sidetracked. Sorry.
I know we usually do, but hopefully Montreal wins and they can play in the finals.
I want to see Montreal Long Island final.
That'd be.
I feel like those are some well-suffering fans.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially New York Islanders. The basketball, the Brooklyn Nets got eliminated by the Milwaukee Bucks too, which is
That's another one of those teams who sucked most of my life series.
So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting playoffs because I don't know what you do with the Brooklyn Nets, because they have
Game 7 tonight, isn't there?
There's a Game 7 tonight for Atlanta versus Philly.
Sixers Hawks. That's sick.
And then I think earlier today was Clippers versus Phoenix.
Clippers won 131-119 over the Jazz.
Oh yeah.
Is it Phoenix Jazz? Is that where they are now, or is
no? It should be Phoenix versus Clippers today.
Clippers beat the Jazz.
That was the last game.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
I don't think it happened today then.
Okay.
I'm going on the current leader. Oh wait, here we go. Clippers Suns. There it is. It's still going on. Suns are up. No, Suns won.
Okay.
120-114. My bad. Can't
That's
read the information in front of me. Poorly organized. Google.
They are missing Chris Paul on the Suns, and the Clippers are missing.
I heard what's his name didn't even fly.
Kawhi Leonard. They fear that he torn his ACL.
Man, you got like 6-7 games left.
Yeah, no.
Push through, buddy. Put on a knee brace.
Yeah, put it on ice.
Put a knee brace on. You got the summer off.
Get those injections in. Yeah.
You'll be fine.
But he's always had issues with his knees, so we'll see what happens with. Did I say ankle? I meant knee.
You said MCL or ACL.
Yeah, ACL. Yeah, ACL, I believe.
That's not good news. That's usually a season ender one.
Yeah. So he usually had knee problems anyway, even when he was here in Toronto. But I think the San Antonio Spurs.
When we were working on load management.
Yeah, we were working on load management, and But also San Antonio, I think they knew
that's where they started managing his load.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, God damn it. But yeah, they knew. I think they knew he had an issue with his knees or something. So they were willfully willing to trade him for DeMar DeRozan at that time.
Hey, it worked out.
Yeah, it did work out for us, not for San Antonio.
Championship.
Yeah,
we got one.
Yeah, so I'm excited about these players.
It was such a fun time.
But
because I'm not even a big Raptors fan. Just the city getting behind a winner is a good time. Like I like when the Jays were good a few years ago.
Oh God, yeah.
It's not the same with the Leafs because Leaf fans are too loyal.
Yeah.
It's like the Leaf fans get this excited about game 1 of the season, about game 1 of the playoffs, and every round that they win, and they deserve something. Listen, as much as I hate the Leafs, they deserve to win. They're making the right moves, that kind of thing.
Thank you.
But with the Raptors, I didn't even get on that one. Like I was late to the bandwagon.
You know what? Yeah, I think
probably third round. I was
right
on.
You know what? I think a lot of people are just accustomed to losing because like because for the Toronto Maple Leafs, we're accustomed to that every year. So they're like, they didn't see Raptors as a good playoff contender or a championship contender.
The Raptors were also rat garbage for a decade.
Yeah, they were pretty bad, but then they turned it around.
They turned it around.
They did turn it around.
And I think the feeling was still that
this is not.
We
real.
didn't appreciate how good or how big of a star Kawhi was because he's not the sort of the shining star. If I would like,
he's not a very charismatic guy.
Yeah, and I guess that's it. It's that he's not the. You don't see him on posters. You don't see him. I don't know what it is about him that he's not as bigger star because he's a unreal player.
Oh, yeah,
the skill level and the clutch player that he is.
I think people just didn't feel like he embraced the city.
Maybe it's that, but also I didn't think he was good enough. Like I thought it was a team of. I don't know. My impression with the Raptors has always been, and it's still kind of a bad impression that people don't want to play here.
Yeah.
And so the fact that this guy was supposed to be so good, I'm like, yeah, but he got traded to Toronto and showed up. Is he really that good?
Yeah.
And now we're managing his loads. But I was wrong, 100% wrong.
Yeah. No. I think you and a lot of people felt that way as well. Like they felt like this was on the right team.
Yeah.
They didn't think they could beat the teams that they beat.
But the city jumped on, man. I remember trying to go out and go to watch a game in Parkdale where I lived.
Yeah. I
ended up at some bar with like a TV the size of that screen beside you that just had it going through the stereo, and the bar was packed because the whole city was out, just hipsters and homeless people talking with the Raptors and stuff. It was it's wild, man.
Yeah, like I remember it was went downtown to see because I think it was Game 5. Could have wrapped it up. So I went downtown just in case anything happened.
Yeah.
So I went downtown, couldn't find a bar that was like
couldn't get in anywhere. Right?
It was all packed.
It was wicked.
So I had to go. Me and Ernie went to the underground path.
Okay.
And there's like this sushi restaurant.
Nice.
That was showing it. It was like somewhat full, right?
Yeah.
But it was enough for us.
But everyone was watching it.
Yeah,
right?
enough for us to get in and sit at the bar.
Nice.
So we sat at the bar.
Some underground sushi joint.
Yeah.
I love it. It's fantastic.
It was amazing. And I didn't have the sushi, but it was great times, man. You just felt the energy, man. It was insane.
I haven't, because the Jays had their run, with the bat flip season and all that kind of stuff. A couple years. Is that 2015 now?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Aspar was at that game.
Brother was there too. He's got some good fit picks from it. But yeah, that was Toronto. Toronto needs a little run once in a while.
Yeah. That's why I'm a big Jays fan because I remember the 92-93 World Series. Dude. And I'm like I love them, but like it's after that time because it was like
the whole economics of the game changed in the Jays.
Yeah, exactly. And they were so shit for like 10 years until they got to that point.
They had a couple little runs, I guess, where you're like, the team might be good till August.
Yeah, but then they like
the last 2 months they're just playing guys from your hometown or something.
Yeah, and then they started overpaying guys like Alex Rios. They gave him a big contract.
Yeah, I remember that.
Vernon Wells. They gave him a gigantic contract.
But it was just trying to compete in the time, right? Like they were losing those guys every year for a little while.
Yeah, exactly. And then you know what? They had Jose Batista and Edwin
stuck around.
Yeah, and then they signed the MVPs, and it was a great time.
Good time for sure. Wow, I can't believe it was that long ago.
What were you talking about before?
We were talking about basketball playoffs.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I mean, I am excited about these playoffs. So hopefully, I do. I don't want the Clippers to win.
You don't want Kawhi to win again?
I do, but I don't. Okay. Because it's another super team. Right?
Yeah.
It's another super team.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
That's the NBA now, right?
But that one super team is already gone, right? The Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
And
they're old.
Yeah, they
it's
are.
An old super team.
They are. But yeah, it's just I want to see, Phoenix hasn't won anything, I don't think.
Ever.
So hopefully
it might have been close in the Kevin Johnson days.
Yeah.
Dan Marley.
Yeah, they were close a couple times. Even they had the one they had Steve Nash, Amara Stoudemire,
Yeah, good point, yeah.
Sean Marion. But I think they deserve it, man. They should get one that championship.
I'm down with it.
But then I don't know if they're going to beat the Clippers in the series unless Kawhi comes back. Actually, I mean, if Kawhi doesn't come back, they'll win it.
Oh, okay. All right.
They'll win the series if the Kawhi doesn't come back.
Talk a little footy.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about some soccer.
Let's go. Tell me about what's going on at the
Copa America or
Copa America
or the World Cup qualifying of Canada.
Well, I guess Canada is continuing their
they're continuing. Yeah, they're continuing the World Cup qualifying. Did you see the own goal? It was amazing.
I did not.
Oh my God! It's possibly the best own goal in the history of own goals.
Okay, go on. How so?
The Haitian player passed the ball to the Haitian goalkeeper.
Okay.
Missed it, right?
That'll happen. That happens sometimes.
And then he went to swing again to get it off the line.
Yeah.
Missed it again.
0 for 2.
0 for 2. Goals in. Canada scores 1-0, and then they continue their win streak by getting a couple more goals after that. Great job by the Canadian team. I'm glad they're going to make it to the next, stage of this World Cup qualifying. Top 3 teams are going to be competing against are in advance to the World Cup. Got to face Mexico. Got to face America. Got to face Costa Rica. Got to face Honduras, I believe, as well. It's a tough matchups. Some tough matchups, but I think they can beat.
It's got to be the U.S. I don't think they're going to beat Mexico.
Yeah, 4th place.
Oh, I guess Mexico's. They're not at a great. That team's usually good. Yeah,
the team is usually good. The only thing with Mexico is like they're too inside their own heads. I think Canada. There's also a 4th place playoff spot, which would be the thing they should be shooting for. Because I don't know if they're going to make the top 3. I hope they do. Like I really do. I think they have some of the talent for it, but not all of the talent. They have an amazing left back in Alphonso Davies. They have a great striker with Jonathan David. Osario is a good midfielder, but not great. He's not a great midfielder.
No, and he's getting up there too, right?
And then they have who else? Well, my guy from St. Thomas More.
What was that dude's name?
Steven Victoria.
And that other the kid that plays for Watford, Tio Carbonneau.
Yeah.
Carbonneau?
Yeah, I think so. I'm hoping they can get the pieces together. Maybe get some friendlies, some international friendlies against some top teams, like maybe like I was going to say a Brazil, but I don't think Brazil will want to play against Canada.
They don't have enough offer. But even like a Canada-US would be a wicked.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice.
A good test of the temperature as well. U.S. is a competing team. They've been working for a while there, so
they're a good team, very good team as well, right? Polish was an amazing player, got them their win against Mexico a couple weeks ago in the Nations Cup. Yeah, so I hopefully they get more friendlies before they start this World Cup cycle. Yeah, and then you want to talk Copa or do you want to talk Euros? We can talk.
Go Copa because I'll go on for too long about Euros. I'm sure.
Right. No, Copa. Copa is very interesting this year. Very, very interesting.
No one wants to host it.
Yeah, no one wants to host it.
No one's entirely sure they want to play it.
Yeah, last year. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we'll see. Because last week I tried to get into it a little bit, but you know how Asfar is. He doesn't really care about soccer, especially South American soccer. That jerk. But anyways, yeah, a lot of teams. It was supposed to be. Colombia, Argentina supposed to be the host of this Copa America. Obviously, COVID has done a terrible thing for both nations. And guess what? Let's go to an even worse place where COVID is rampant. Brazil national team didn't want it at all, but hey, this is what's happening right now. So they set up a 10-team tournament, basically 5 teams in 2 columns, 2 divisions. I'll say that. Very. Brazil playing as they usually do right now. Their style is like we'll jab you for a bit, we'll feel you out, and then after we'll just kill you.
At some point, they're going to run on you.
Yeah, so that's what they've done to like Peru and I believe in as well as their first 2 games they played against.
Yeah, looks like. It's so strange the way the influence of money in the game is just so on display over the last couple of weeks. You see this, like they really should have postponed this. I agree, it should have been a different time, blah, blah, blah. Probably when the host countries, like we can't take this risk. We would be the ones making more money than anyone else here. But the sponsors with UEFA or with CONCACAF, I guess this would be just have
symbol.
What's that?
Humble, a symbol, something like that.
Yeah, sorry, because it's the southern. It's just gross that they're going to push that through. It's the same sort of thing with Denmark continuing to play after Eriksson just died a little on the field.
That was so messed up.
They just told him to go back to the dressing room. Do you think there's not going to be an emotional dump when you go back and be like, all right, guys, I think we're not playing anymore today because our number 10 died? Just a little. He's back, but he was dead there for a little bit. We had to give him a CPR.
They witnessed him die.
Yeah, they stood around him while they were giving him CPR and tried not to look so they could stay focused on the match. Tough look for governing bodies once again. Let's hope nothing goes wrong. Let's hope there's not an outbreak. Let's hope.
Well, there was an outbreak with Venezuelan team. 11 players got COVID.
Excellent, good start.
That was a good start against Brazil, against the host nation, Brazil. Why not go against the best team in the world?
Can they not even at least buy these guys a round of vaccines?
I know, right? I don't know. It's just everything.
Pfizer to sponsor the tournament? It's not even that many doses.
I know, right?
Run it overtime for an hour.
But the only thing about, I think, Venezuela...
10 teams. We're talking 400 doses total.
I think the only problem with the Venezuela is they can't afford to do it because they're.
I agree. The countries, I understand the countries are economically, and I'm talking can't the organization
no, they can't.
You provided refs. Could you not provide a round of shots too?
I know. I don't think they can because they're they only think about themselves.
It's a different world.
Yeah, it is. But it's been a very great tournament, to be honest. I've been enjoying most of the games I've been able to catch. You had Argentina versus Chile last week. Tie game. I did a little disappointed, but they started a new guy in Benjamin Brighton. He's an Englishman, half Chilean. His mom's Chilean, born in England.
Nice.
Decided, you know what, I'm not going to play for England. He played for the under-20 team.
Sure.
He's like, fuck this, I'm going to play for Chile.
Great choice on his part.
Yeah, came for a little bit of the second half. Looked amazing. People were going crazy for him. And now he started the second game, scored a goal. People are deeming him they call him Big Ben now.
He's the next big star.
Yeah, and they don't even some people don't even care that he doesn't speak a word of Spanish.
Yep.
The only people who care is obviously his teammates because they're trying to give some instructions. But yeah, Chile beat Bolivia. Chile tied with Argentina. So now Argentina and Chile are tied for first in their little conference there. The Argentina beat Uruguay versus for 1-0, I believe it was. I could be wrong. No, I think it was 1-0.
I gotta say, I love this Ben Brereton.
Yeah.
Just the idea, because he's 22 and he's playing.
Plays for
Blackburn. In the championship.
Yeah.
He's not quite at the top.
Yeah, exactly.
Meaning that every time there's an international break, he's got to go take a week in South America.
yeah.
The travel's going to suck, but who gives a shit? You miss a game with Nottingham Forest or something,
Yeah.
you fly down to Chile for a week, you play some serious footy, you're going to be part of the team, be part of the setup there.
Yeah.
Get a little tan, head back to fucking Blackburn for 3 weeks or whatever the hell it is, and wait for the next warm break.
Yeah.
This is a brilliant lifestyle decision that this guy's made. And if he ends up being good for the team, he's going to be a hero down there.
He's almost already a hero.
That's
Chad.
awesome.
This
I love
is it's a great story already because when he first got onto that first game, because this was his first time ever starting, being able to be on the same pitch as these guys, on an actual game, right? And it was against Argentina, so he looked really, really good.
Nice.
He was the striker that we needed, and we didn't have a striker, a legit striker. Alexis Sanchez is not really a striker. He's more of
he's a
winger and then
attacker, but he's a winger.
And then Eduardo Vargas, who was they placed him as a striker. The only thing with Vargas is he's just I don't like him. Okay, I don't like him. A lot of people don't like him because he's a little bit of a ball hog and doesn't really know how to play his position. He is out of position too. He should be somewhere else. Probably on the bench for me. But it should harsh. Be on the. But anyways, Ben, he looked terrific in the second game against Bolivia. He just needs more communication with his teammates because he had a couple.
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, because he had a couple of chances to score more goals from, and if he had scored more goals, he would have been they would erect a statue for him soon.
Well, that's great though. I want to see him. That'd be fun if he just has a good run.
Yeah,
in the next few years.
I hope so, because like for Chile, they never really had a legit striker since like Chipe de Suazo and Marcelo Salas and Ivan Zamorano, which is like
going back a bit.
Yeah, they're like 2000 early 2000s, and Suazo was like early 2010s, and then that was it. We had a tough run for the last 8 years. Didn't really have a good striker. So now we have this guy, Ben, 22 years old.
22-year-old.
Half Englishman.
Let's see it.
Speaks no Spanish, but
he's going to get a sunburn.
He's going to
every time he comes to the Chilean setup.
And I'm pretty sure he's going to get a statue if he does really well. People are loving him. I'm really enjoying this football as well. And then you have of the other teams. Bolivia played really, even though they lost against Chile, they played really well. They had some great chances. They even looked like they could have tied against Chile or even beat them. They were doing really well. They didn't play as they played against them against the World Cup qualifying, where they're very defensive. It's just like brick wall. This one was more attacking. They don't have their two best players. I don't know why they're not playing. I can't remember why.
It's gonna happen sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have the other side, Brazil being on top, Uruguay lost to Argentina, so Argentina's still, Argentina. They're playing really well. Played a good team game against Uruguay. Uruguay still has gotten now Luis Suarez and Cavani back into the fold, so
they're going to score some goals, you'd hope.
Yeah, so they play Chile, I think, tomorrow at 5 p.m., so that's going to be a very good game, interesting game. Then you have Paraguay versus Argentina, I believe, or is it Paraguay versus Bolivia? I can't remember one.
Argentina tomorrow at 8.
Yeah, then and Bolivia's got the day off, which is good for them because I think they need a little regroup from that game from against Chile. Very exciting tournament for me. I'm really enjoying the football, some of the games.
I've only been catching highlights. I haven't watched any of the games directly as of yet, but there's still time.
Yeah, let's talk about the Euros now, because the Euros...
I've been all up in the Euros grill.
Big deal, here in Ontario, because a lot of Portuguese, Italians,
yeah, Portuguese and
Polish,
Italians. Italy is
Germany.
Through their pool. They've won their 3 games. No real surprises there.
Yeah, but I'm very impressed by their play. I thought they'd be a lot. I think they are where they should be, right? But I'm a little bit more impressed at how they've been playing.
They're playing well. Yeah. They haven't played against good competition.
Yeah.
Like that is a soft pool. Wales, Switzerland, Turkey. Mm-hmm. Turkey fought hard and didn't win a game, which was tough to watch. But also, it's one of those things with international tournaments. You can watch teams fight their heart out and just not have the class to do it.
I think me and you had said they were like the dark horse of the other thing.
Yeah.
I definitely did, but I'm not sure.
It's a stretch there.
Yeah.
But Italy and Wales will go on from that.
Yeah.
From that, Switzerland having a chance maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Group B to be wrapped up tomorrow. Belgium is through. They're at 6 points. They're not going. They're not going to miss out.
Yeah.
They're the only ones of real interest to me again, and that made a little money off Belgium on a comeback the other day. Gotta wet my beak here and there.
I gotta give a shout out to Lukaku, who's doing a phenomenal job as well.
He is just his season. Lukaku's one that really bugs me because I don't get why he got chased out of Manchester. I liked him there. He scored 20 goals a year for us on a not really good team. Ole didn't like him for some reason. He was one of the first real casualties. But
yeah, that is a shame, man, because he's playing phenomenal in Inter Milan, man.
He's playing great at Inter. He's playing great on the world stage, and he's exactly like a Premier League striker. He holds the ball up.
Yeah.
He's pacey for a huge dude, and his finishing's on point right now too. Yeah. I guess there was a little bit of that. He's a bit wasteful when he was at United, but man, that's not the case right now. He's kicking some ass. That team is a little bit scary when they get going. I think you could probably beat Belgium if you put them to the test, but I like that team. Good seeing Group C. Looking at the Dutch are through. They're at 6 points already. North Macedonia wasn't really going to trouble anybody.
I think it was the easy win there for everyone, but good for them, man. I think this was like their first time in the tournament too, I believe.
Yeah, good for them making it. It's good,
good for the country.
Blah, that
it's
stuff.
like North Korea.
England, I got to talk about it because it's as far as team.
Yeah.
England, I just don't think that team's going anywhere.
I don't believe in them.
I also think their manager sucks. I can't figure that team out. A
lot of people hated his decision not to play Jordan Sancho.
Just he can't get anything going from a wing, so let's bring on another number 10.
Yeah,
what?
It's so strange.
I don't get it. Sancho is one of the most had an amazing season, most sought after players, and yet he just loves Phil Foden, Jack Grealish. I don't understand it. I don't know where that team's supposed to get a midfield or where it's supposed to build from. Harry Kane looks a shell of himself right now. I again kind of blame the midfield on that, but he might be a guy who just. His head's not in the right place. He's looking for a move. Just needs to get his place built,
Yeah, but that shouldn't be an excuse for him, though. Because, Jordan Sancho is about to move to Manchester United, no?
I don't know. That's been going on for years.
I know that bid went up a little bit, I heard.
Yeah, I hope so. We've been looking for a winger for years. Yeah. I assume Martial's on his way out, so we got some shoes to fill up there. Looking at the rest of it, Spain's probably the most concerning for anyone. 2 draws in the bag, facing elimination on their next match potentially.
I hope so.
They're such an easy team to hate.
Yeah,
they really.
I used to like them a lot, but then they become such douchebags.
They're coasting off the Xavi generation, right?
Yeah,
the Iniesta, Xavi.
Yeah, I hope
dominant generation. That team was ridiculous.
Yeah, I hope they lose.
I'll be shocked if they don't come out and smack their next game around. The one I want to talk about, have you got to watch much of France?
Yeah. I didn't watch the last game, though. I watched the first game for sure.
So France have had their 2 big games right off the top, right?
Yeah.
France, Germany, and then France...
Hungary.
So they got Portugal to go.
Yeah.
But Hungary, they didn't look very good against Hungary.
Yeah.
Was it another own goal?
I think so, yeah. The thing I heard about France is
2 goals in 2 games.
What am I saying? It's not an excuse, but they said they weren't accustomed to the noise because they were they've been playing for empty stadiums this whole time.
Okay,
but
I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're
leading their pool. They're positioned to go through.
Exactly, and they're a top flight team. They're their top flight country.
They're bombing. That team should be fucking scoring goals. They should be doing nothing else. Mbappe, Griezmann, that team should be scoring goals. They've got 1 goal scored. The other one's an own goal.
Yeah.
It's just not much going on there.
Yeah, I completely agree. They should be doing better.
Germany looked great last game. Portugal is the best Germany's looked since they won the World Cup.
Yeah.
That team has been awful since they won the World Cup.
Yeah, I thought they'd be number 2 in this group, too, as well. You can't underestimate Germany because Germany has been always consistently good, right?
Yeah, and they still got it in.
Yeah, and they usually just show up for the big games like the World Cup or
the last World Cup though they were terrible. They showed up like they looked in the first game against France. Lack of urgency, the well organized, good skill, but nothing that was ever going to break a team down. That was different against Portugal. They came out ready to play.
Yeah.
I was much more excited about that. But
down for 1-0 though, right away though.
Down 1-0.
Woke them up a little bit.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Sometimes you get scored on. It was a good play.
Yeah.
That's one of those kind of shit happens. But that's been the problem, with my opinion, and there's the last few years that they'll go down a goal and nothing changes. There's no sense of urgency. There's no kind of shift in that gear. And we saw it finally. We saw them shift into gear and start moving the ball and making 2 of those were own goals, but their own goals that were tap-ins if someone didn't get in the way.
Yeah.
So kind of a wild game. Good to see Germany back on it. They got Hungary next. Portugal, France, though, Wednesday afternoon. It's going to be a good time.
Who do you think is going to win that game?
France should win that game. France should dominate that game.
Who do you think should win that game?
I'm taking Portugal, man.
No.
I'm going for it.
No.
I want it.
Oh.
I'm going for Portugal. I'm going to try and wet my beak on that one a little. Let's see what we got for long odds.
All right.
Germany's going to spank Hungary. I think Germany's going to keep that ball rolling and smack through Hungary.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we just wait and see what's up for the next round. We get down to the round of 16 pretty quick.
I was a little disappointed in Poland, man, because I thought they could have won at least a game. They're playing... they
got Croatia to go Tuesday.
Yeah.
They can win that game. Or, sorry, that's not Croatia. Poland. Sorry, they got Sweden, my bad. Yeah. Sweden on Wednesday.
Well,
I don't know, man. Poland's got... That's tough.
They were given a tough hand the first game when they had the red card.
Yeah.
Right. And then I think it was an own goal for their how they lost to Spain, I believe. Or no, not Spain.
I can't remember. It's one of those teams where I'm like, there's a bunch of guys on that team that I wouldn't mind having on my squad, but none of them I think I'll win with.
Yeah.
Lewandowski is one of the best strikers of the last 25 years. He's just a pure goal scorer.
Yeah.
But it's a long step down to the rest of that team.
Yeah, I know. And he was the one who did score that goal, man, yesterday. So
yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah,
rock solid.
Well, Who do you have advancing the next round for that one?
I have to go back to the table on that.
Mm-hmm. And also shout out to Juan Martinez, who's watching from Mexico.
What's up, Juan? I still think Spain's going to win their next match and go through. I think that should be enough for them. Who they got next? Yeah, I think Spain will go through. Spain and Sweden.
Mm.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I think that's it, man.
That might be it for the week.
Yeah. We'll talk more Copa and Euros next week.
Oh, yeah. We still got time left in this.
Hopefully Asper's not here again. No, I joke. No, because we don't really get to talk about soccer.
Well,
you know?
He's got his England. If England gets through.
Actually, I hope it loses, because then it'll make him mad.
That's fun. Well, I know, but it's more fun.
That's the best as for.
It's always fun to watch England think they're going to win something. Like I want England to go to the semifinal, final, and lose. It's always fun.
True. You know what? You're right. But I like to see Asfar angry.
This is true. Angry Asfar is good for the show. Who's kidding who?
Yeah, he needs. He brings that charisma. Oh, what am I talking about? No charisma at all. But he brings that fire a little bit.
Fire.
That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm excited for the games today and because there's more Copa America today. They restart again today and tomorrow. Chile plays against Uruguay. I think Mario Campo is a Uruguay.
Never come anywhere near that. Getting that name correct. When you say it like that, I know it. I've always pronounced Uruguay wrong.
It's okay.
I sounded
it
out. My bad.
No, it's probably me too.
I'm probably guessing your knowledge of.
I know. I'm pretty sure I did it.
Spanish is going to be better than mine.
Sometimes I say things. I don't know.
One more thing I want to talk about before is that did you see the crazy reactions going on to like Ronaldo and Pogba moving? Like Pogba removed the Heineken bottles from.
Oh yeah.
Ronaldo moved the Coke bottles and caused like a $4 billion
that's insane.
Ripple in stock prices. That's amazing. How good looking is that dude? For him, he just doesn't want to drink your drink, and it costs him $4 billion.
You know who did drink it though? Oh, the Russian coach.
Yeah, Shevchenko. No, he's a Ukrainian coach. He's the Russian coach. Someone else did it.
Yeah.
There's definitely, I saw a couple of the kind of Eastern Bloc countries being like, "Oh,
yeah,
it's a full meal."
This is a delicacy in my country.
Yeah,
So that's amazing, man. I'm looking forward to the games today and tomorrow and the rest of the week.
Yeah, great time to be a sports fan.
Yeah, and then playoffs happening. If you're not watching any sports, I don't know what you're doing.
What are you doing with your life?
Yeah, you're going outside. You're disgusting.
Hey, we're allowed outside now.
Yeah,
it's exciting times.
we are allowed outside. I have yet to do that show.
Yeah, Thursday nights at the. I didn't send you the message about that, so I'll send you proper directions.
It's okay.
Thursday nights, Toronto people, Oculus Pavilion. It's on the West Humber Trail.
Music open mic, right?
It's music open mic. Just rocking, and some idiots like myself yelling jokes.
Nice.
Letting them bounce off the crowd.
There you
got
go.
any shows coming up? Anything?
I got
yet?
nothing, man.
Book Ricardo. You fools! You fools! Book Ricardo.
Book Chad Gibson. Add Chad Gibson comic on Instagram.
I'll do what I can.
Yeah, and then
Ricardo comedian, is it?
Yeah, that is correct. That is correct. Yeah, comedian. Where else can people find you? That's it, right?
Yeah, basically Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I've been having fun on Instagram lately, so hit me up there. I'll do your show. I'll come tell jokes at your kitchen table if you want.
Yeah, there you go.
Have me over for dinner. It costs like 2 pieces of chicken to get me to do jokes.
There you go. If you go to a Portuguese place, they'll give you the Portuguese chicken.
Sure. I would do a full show for Portuguese chicken and potatoes right now.
Me too, man. I'd gotta get that combo right now.
Those weird round potatoes. I love them.
And they're sometimes they're a little bit burnt. They look like, but
I don't know how they do it like
flavor.
that. It's just then they're like.
Well
done, Portugal. Well done.
Yeah, we're both hungry right now. So we're
really hungry right
now. Thank you to Joseph and Marita behind the glass. Everyone who's watching and will watch this later on.
Yeah.
Follow Frequency 5 FM at frequency5fm.com or at Frequency 5 FM on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
Don't forget to watch the Ricky Riccardi show with all the beautiful people.
Yeah, me included.
Damn right. I thought Joseph was coming with the guns there. Nothing.
Too. Nothing. There you go. No, he gave me the silence because he knew. He knew.
He iced you on the guns.
He gave me no guns. But thank you to everyone else. Please call Joseph at any time. In the number below. He wants your songs. Yeah, he'll write back to you. I'll talk to you. He even sing you a lullaby, maybe. I don't know.
If you ask nice.
Yeah, if you ask nicely. There you go. Speaking of it, of lullabies. But anyways, thank you so much, everyone on Facebook and Instagram, and who will listen to this later. Thank you. Tune in next week where we'll talk more sports. On Timeout Radio.